Today's topic of conversation is interesting, to say the least. Becoming rich in a different sense. Quick story for you. I remember growing up and taking family vacations and going on road trips. And as we were driving on the highway, we would always play the alphabet game. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's simple yet so much fun. The objective of the game was to be as observant as possible and try to spot highway signs, words, buildings, license plates, graphics on the side of semi-trucks, anything that started with each letter of the alphabet. Now, A, B, C, D, E, F, those first few letters were always easy to spot. But as soon as you got to I, O, U, W, X, things started to get a little tricky, right? But all in all, that game, that experience of traveling with family, exploring the world around you, friendly competition, will forever be a memory that I will never forget. Now, why am I sharing this, right? I'm sure my memories of family vacation is not something you necessarily care about. However, I can just about bet that as I was sharing this story, your mind took you to a similar place, a memory or story of your own life that carries the same weight as this one does for me. A feeling of joy, peace, happiness, a feeling of being rich in a different sense. You know, as I've continued to grow and learn on this journey, I'm constantly taken back by some of the parallels between my pre-adult life and today. You know, many of those experiences can and have served as guidance in a way, metaphors as I continue to write my story, my life post today. You know, I truly feel like many of us have lost touch with some of the elements of life that make life rich in a different sense, outside of material possessions. Things like curiosity, questioning, experimenting, learning, exploring, clear signs of a rich mind. Things we did and kids do today religiously. Yet honestly, as we grow into adulthood, we start to lose touch with that. Our childish wonders fade and drift in the wind like dead leaves do in the fall time. Poetry. See, the goal here is to reignite our excitement for life, for learning, exploring, experimenting, questioning, to do all we can like we did as kids, to just be curious. Authenticity. This idea of staying forever true to yourself. Words I've uttered hundreds, if not thousands of times here on this channel and across every piece of content I create. See, having a solid understanding and being at peace with who you are is the greatest richness in life. I was reading something the other day that said every morning you should tell your reflection that you are going to do yourself the greatest service of being you. This idea, in my opinion, is a complete game changer for molding our minds around this idea of becoming rich in a different sense. And personally, I know this firsthand because stay true to you has been my mantra in life and the slogan for my creative content for years, right? It's something that I'm constantly using to remind myself and by default you as well, because I've been on the other side of the fence. I've tried being someone that I'm not, but I quickly realized that acting wasn't something I wanted to do long term. Creativity. Now, really quick, if you can, I want you to take a moment at some point today or this week and find an open space outside to just scream, let go, clear your mind, and express yourself. Ignore the awkwardness you feel in that moment and just be. Now, when you come back, use that energy you feel to create something. It doesn't have to be the highest priced piece at next year's state auction, but just create something. Journal, paint, tell a story. What you do doesn't matter, but just take a moment to be completely self-expressive. Now tell me that doesn't feel rich. Forgiveness. I'm sure you've heard about the importance of forgiveness before and how the act of forgiveness is a true testament of your inner strength. And if so, I'm here to second everything you already know. And if not, I hope this short message reaches you. See, forgiveness is about so much more than accepting someone's apology or forgiving them without an apology, right? Forgiveness is also about letting go of anger, hurt, resentments, everything, right? And in a way that rewards you with a feeling of peace, freedom, both mentally and emotionally. Now, I wrote a poem about forgiveness a long time ago, and I'll leave a link to that video down below if you want to check it out. But I do feel that it expresses some words that may help you. Gratitude and generosity. There are two things that I feel lead our march towards a rich life in terms of happiness. And those things are gratitude and generosity. To start, it's just something about acknowledging the good things we have and come across every single day. It's showing thankfulness for what we have and never taking those things for granted. There's a simple saying that says, count your blessings. Words we've all heard before, but seldomly value like we should. Now, generosity, on the other hand, is all about giving. For example, give someone your undivided attention the next time you sit down to interact with them, and watch how rich those next few minutes of conversation feel. Another example is giving to someone in need, old clothes you no longer wear or things you no longer use. See, giving leads to the realization that we always have enough to share. Remember, no one has ever become poor in life by giving. Kindness and compassion. Being kind comes with its own rewards in terms of richness, but so does compassion. Both deliver a sense of peace, happiness, knowledge, understanding, appreciation, selflessness, things that are vital in life and in relationships, both with ourselves and that we share with others. I mentioned an idea in a previous conversation that people will never forget how you made them feel. An idea that has not only changed my life, but fuels my drive for richness and kindness and compassion. As a creator, a poet, a writer, even in my personal life, I'm constantly seeking new and interesting ways to present not only my words, because truly I believe that connection and communication and understanding run so much deeper than what you say, but also how my actions and presence is impacting the way people feel. I think it's important that we build an understanding around this idea because every time we connect or communicate with someone, we're creating a lasting impact on them as well as on ourselves. And that impact can either be positive or negative. However, we want it to be positive, right? As humans, sometimes we just want to be heard or felt or understood. And to me, this statement embodies this idea completely. Because if we can consciously become aware, even the slightest bit of how we make people feel, then in my opinion, that would change the game completely in regards to how we communicate, connect with, and invest in people and relationships. Now, again, all of this connects to that statement I made earlier about parallels between my pre-adult life and today. Because as kids, at least in my experience, kindness and compassion was just about always present. I mean, of course, as kids, we would fight about silly things, but it was never to the extent that we lost our sense of care for others and how we made them feel. I guess what I'm trying to say is, in a way, age does come with wisdom, but it doesn't mean we can't learn from our younger selves or our past childhood experiences. Just something to think about as you continue to grow in life and richness. I hope I shared something with you in this video that stuck with you, that resonated with you. And if I did, make sure you comment below so we can continue to talk about it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, join this community, and grow with all of us here. Always remember to stay true to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.